Good morning, mi gente. It's 9 a.m. I know gay people and an LGBTQ plus Kiki at 9 in the freaking morning. Well, that's why I'm still in bed. Me, I'm FayWhat, and welcome back to the FayWhat Show, the only show where we spill the queer tea from my bed. This program was created by Hotspots Happening Out. The FayWhat Show is America's first LGBTQ plus morning show, and I'm broadcasting live and also available on demand. In 2025, our Hotspots magazine celebrates 40 years of documenting the LGBTQ plus experience. It's the largest publication of its kind in Florida and one of the oldest in America. Happening Out Television Network's Queer News Tonight is celebrating over 11,000 television stories and more than 11 million streaming views so far in 2025. It's the most watched LGBTQ news and information show in the world. Hotspots Happening Out will be producing some of the most incredible LGBTQ plus events, including Wilton Manor, Stonewall Pride, and Pride Fest. We represent the same model of PBS and NPR. We are a nonprofit 501c3 organization whose mission is to educate and serve the LGBTQ plus community. It's Tuesday, December 16th, 2025. We have lots of fun things to talk about, so come on, let's go.
Gay boys, hashtag that girl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word. Is that girl the girl of all our dreams? She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, hashtag that girl. Pride-filled, tea-dance, Wilton. Is that girl Latina, but she's universal too. If you find a girl to love, only one girl to love, then she'll be that girl too. That girl.
Let's kiki about what's going on in the LGBTQ plus community. I have a sidekick joining me in bed for some conversation. What did you think I was talking about? Our first segment is called Gay Boys Sleep Late, and this morning I'm joined by my gay guy pal, adult performer, and star of For the Love of Dilfs on LTV, Alex Ticas. Follow his adults-only Twitter at Alex_Ticas and catch him as he bartends at the world-famous Eagle Wilton Manors. Good morning, Alex. How are you, puppy?
Good morning. Good morning. And congratulations.
Ooh, on what?
On your award.
Oh, yay! I'm like on so many things that I woke up this morning, that I was nice to you this morning. Like
Favorite TV personality.
Woo-hoo! Out South Florida. Thank you,
Yes.
guys. Thank you. It's so cool.
Well deserved.
I love that because, I mean, people, it's not that they just gave you an award. Like, people had to vote for it.
Take time out and vote for that award.
You know?
Yeah,
So I
people
mean, I love that.
No.
Thank you.
Congrats.
I didn't win the other awards
What was
that they
that?
had me up for. Local celebrity.
Oh, that's weird.
Right? And then, right? That's
You
weird.
can't win them all.
I know, I guess I can't. And there was a third one that I can't remember. But I keep on telling them that they need to add best dressed.
Okay.
Because I'll win that too, right? So I'm like, well, I don't know. I'd have some tough competition on that one. But,
at that,
you know.
fashion show. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but that wasn't my clothing.
Oh,
But
right.
still, it doesn't
Best
matter.
dressed.
You know, it's still best dressed. Yeah. How are you? How are the holidays feeling?
It's okay. You know, just,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a little cynical, but every time I hear like a Christmas, you know, something will get me. Oh, I'm going to visit my family. My mom is turning 70.
Oh,
so
I love it.
that's the best thing ever.
When are you going?
Early January, yeah.
Okay.
That's our.
And where is she?
She's in New York. Yeah, so I'm gonna.
You
go.
know they got some snow.
No.
Folks in New York, I'm so sorry. When things like that happen, I'm like, yeah, I don't miss it.
So a couple of weeks ago, I went to Cleveland, and I was in the airport, jumped into the car, and then he literally took me from the car around the back alley into the front door, and I'm like walking, and I'm like, oh, this is not gonna work. It's literally like 100 feet. I'm like, no, I'm freezing. I'm like, no. That's South Florida.
Yeah, it is South Florida, right? And that's why we live here.
But Christmas is like, Christmas is sweet. It's like, what's important at Christmas,
You're making money at the bar.
No, I was going to say health.
Oh, okay.
I'm never going to make enough money.
Health.
But
Health. No, health is important. And health for the people, and health for the people that we love,
Health,
and health for you folks. So again, right? Like you can't enjoy the money in your bank account if you have no health, right? So get healthy, folks. All right, let's get the FayWhat Show started.
all right,
Let's do it. Next, let's key on this interesting story. So, nature lovers. Patagonia, Mother Nature's favorite drag queen, backpacked 100 miles in full drag to raise over $1.1 million for environmental nonprofits. Yes! Heels, wigs, and climate justice. Pattie originally aimed for $1 million, but nearly 35,000 people donated, helping her reach $1,167,000. With this, Pattie reminded everyone that mixing who you are with what you love actually works. People called her crazy, laughed and doubted her, and look at her now. Drag saves lives. Drag saves Earth. Watch this.
My name is Pattie Gonia, and I am backpacking 100 miles in drag to try to raise $1 million for 8 outdoor nonprofits. Right now, I'm 100 miles north of San Francisco, and I'm gonna take all week to fundraise and backpack all the way down the coast, getting in drag every single day, setting up camp every single night, crossing the Golden Gate Bridge, and into my final show of the year. That is, if I can make it in time. And if you're wondering, Pattie, are you really doing this? I am. I'm insane. But you know what? I will do anything to support these incredible nonprofits that do so much work to diversify the outdoors.
Patagonia, hikes for the girls. What are we all talking about? I love that. I mean,
Do you think she tucked? Like, did she, like
for the whole thing? I don't
know.
think so.
What about, like, did she wear like a wedge, or was it like a real heel? What did she do?
Right? No, because no, there's just no way
There's
she
a
could
lot.
have done that in that heel. I mean, and I was thinking like her makeup stayed intact the whole
What was the
entire
weather
time.
what
You know
was
what
the
I
weather
mean?
like?
Like,
Mosquitoes?
like
What's going
you know,
on?
I mean,
There's a lot.
There's a lot, but she still raised $1.1 million. I mean, that's incredible.
How amazing to attach that, this sort of like controversial kind of like, where you're destroying our children, you're like doing all of this stuff. And she's like, she just raised $1
million. I mean, especially when we have a government that believes that global warming is not true.
Well, yes, global warming is not true. It's okay to have a pedophile in office. But
Yeah.
we live a lot of things.
Yeah. No,
but
don't be gay.
But don't. Man, I mean.
And then she still. I mean, I know that she was in the news. I even think we did a story on her a couple of times because she has gone and been very vocal about this president, and she was also very vocal during COVID. So I mean, like drag queens, what have you guys done today? Right? It's like, oh my
I
God.
hope it inspires like a bunch of drag queens to like maybe get together and like
hike,
like do something to
I mean, you
raise
can't hike
awareness.
here in Florida, but I mean, like, hike.
Yeah.
Do
It's
something,
incredible.
I love it. You go, Pattie. Keep kicking ass, all right?
Yeah.
And this is an important conversation for our LGBTQ plus community. Help us tell these important stories by liking and subscribing to The FayWhat Show. Next, let's keep on this interesting story. All right, family, let's be real for 1 second. We hate when straight people stereotype us, right? But when it comes from inside the house, different story, right? Because why are we always traveling, speed walking like we're late and drinking iced coffee in 30-degree weather? The gays love theater, gossip, airline jobs, and somehow we all share the same 5 full government names. We move fast, we spill tea faster, and yes, we can be a little catty. Is it a flaw or a feature? Jury's out. Not every stereotype fits everyone, but sometimes you see a man power walking with an iced latte and think he's family for sure. What are we all talking about? I mean, gay stereotypes.
Okay, if you are a male of a certain age in New York and it's March 20th, and it happens to be 68 degrees outside, and you're shirtless and you're in shorts, you are gay.
You are gay for sure. You are gay for sure.
100% gay.
You know what I mean? And that's also the same for the Castro, for Chelsea,
Oh my God,
for
totally.
for
I don't know
other
why
places.
that comes to mind. I couldn't imagine why it comes to mind, but I certainly, maybe. Once or twice.
Maybe. But I mean,
it was hot.
It was hot. It was like, it went under 70. We have to take
What
this
other
off.
stereotypes?
Well, I mean, we're fabulous. Yeah, that's a stereotype of us. We're good at organizing and planning weddings and planning events. Yeah, that's true. We do great hair and great makeup. Yeah, that's true. I mean, a lot of us are airline attendants. Yes. That's true. I mean,
why do we pick these jobs? Why do we pick a flight attendant job? Because we're smart. That's a great job.
I mean, because it's a perfect job for a gay person.
Yeah.
It travels different places. You meet different people.
You can hook up
The
anonymously.
hookups are everywhere.
Yeah.
Endless.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Between family and not family.
Stereo.
Mile High Club is literally right there at your job.
Like, I'm trying to think of like what a glam bear looks like. You know the glam bear.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're this big muscly guy,
Yeah.
and you have like but you're really well put together, and have a little like
Have a little belly, like
yeah.
a muscle bear, right? Kind of like Jonathan Casañas.
Try to fit the stereotype.
He's a muscle bear.
Yeah,
Jonathan Casañas, you're out there. You're a muscle bear. I have a lesbian friend of mine who has a lot of cats. You don't get more stereotypical than that. And straight up, like she's maybe freaking a cat lover first and a lesbian second. You know what I mean? But it's like, what does it matter? That's her.
I'm trying to do I have a stereotype? Like, I don't know. I don't like to.
You don't like to put people in.
Well, I don't like to groom. I'm like barely like soaping. I don't have a lot of product in my house, so. What else? But I like Beyonce, so there you go.
You're gay. You might be gay.
If you like Beyonce.
If you like Beyonce a little bit too much,
you probably.
You are a big homo.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you're in a Taylor Swift concert and you're male and you're like about 30 or so,
you might be gay.
You might be gay.
Even if you're younger, you might be gay in the future. So look into it and tell your parents.
I don't know.
Just saying.
These are all awful things.
Wicked. Like if you're a boy and like you love and know Wicked. All the songs and like love the dresses and can literally point them out, you might be gay.
I've been changed for. I heard it said. If you're 52 years old and you can sing the score for Wicked,
you might be gay. Okay, if you have other stereotypes that might be true in gay community, please put them down in the comment section because I know that we're like spazzing out on them, but because we don't like people to say these stereotypes, right? Like the Birkenstocks and the pants with all the pockets. Lesbians wear that shit.
But we can say it because we're gay.
Exactly.
We can say it.
Exactly, but don't call me that.
You can't say it.
We can say it, but you can't. Ally, I'm talking to you. I love you, but you can't say it. I'm just saying. This is an important conversation for our LGBTQ plus community. Help us tell these important stories by liking and subscribing to The FayWhat Show. Here at The FayWhat Show, we need to help my gay boys. They are the blood that runs through my veins. And in our segment called Dear FayWhat, I provide my expert lesbian knowledge and my vast experience as a living, breathing gay boy to help my fellow gay boys. This week, Not the Ghost of Christmas Past sent me an email. Dear FayWhat, girl, I need help before I end up on the naughty list and the block list. My boyfriend and I have been together for 3 years. Solid, stable, cute in photos. But every December, his ex pops up like a Hallmark movie villain with a peppermint latte and a hey stranger. And every year, my man swears it's nothing. Yet somehow they end up catching up over coffee. Coffee in 2025. Do people not drink coffee in 2025? They do chai lattes or some shit? I don't know. I still do coffee. If you want to cheat, just say that. Nobody meets for coffee unless they're planning trouble. Last week, I peeked at his text, I know, don't start, and found a heart emoji. One heart. That's all. But it felt louder than Mariah hitting high notes. Do I confront him? Do I call the ex and tell her Santa's hiring elves? Or do I just pack my ornaments and bounce? Signed, Not the Ghost of Christmas Past.
Whoa. It's a little sad.
Is it?
So you went on his phone, strike one.
Never do that, dude. Because you're going to find something if you look.
But wait.
There's more.
All he found was a heart. So now you're just one. So now you look stupid and you're jealous. And when you confront him about it and say, I found a heart, he's going to look at you like, what the
You disrespected me. You didn't take my trust into.
You don't believe me when I tell you this. So you go behind my back, you go in my phone, and you find out of like all of my pictures and whatever, because I was going for a long walk or I was in a shower or whatever. So all you find is like one. And why am I getting so emotional about this? And you find one heart, and that's it. And like this happens every year for the last 3 years, when like Isn't it just easier to tell him, yeah, we're fucking around, and he comes every year and it's my Christmas treat?
To myself.
Like, I'd rather say that.
Yeah.
But he doesn't even say that. So, like, okay. Nothing is happening.
Nothing
You're
is
being
happening.
silly.
You're overthinking
Yeah,
it, man.
really, just relax.
You know?
This is the only thing that happens during the 12... I'm so angry about it.
No,
I need
because
to reset my tone.
it's okay because
Yeah.
relationships aren't easy,
Yeah,
and you know that, and I
yeah.
know that. So you have 3 years solid, and you're gonna fuck it up over some dumb
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Like, does Teresa ever do anything to make you jealous?
Live. She breathes, and I'm like jealous.
Are
you know what I
do you
mean?
get jealous?
No, I don't. I don't.
'Cause she
I
looks
don't.
really like cool. Like she
I don't. I
yeah.
don't because she doesn't give me a reason.
Yeah,
You
okay.
understand? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, my fingerprint is on her phone. If I really wanted to go look through it, I can. You
Here
know what
we
I
go.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
no, but
Yeah.
I have no reason. I don't even know how to use her phone. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's not even at the top of my list of things to snoop around.
Yeah.
I'd snoop into her bank account before I'd go look at her phone. You know what I mean? Like, oh no, I shouldn't have said that. But you know what I mean? Like, again,
Teresa.
like, you know, hi, Teresa. You know, like, I mean, it's just like, I think that your phone is, to some extent, a part of you,
Yeah.
right? And so you just went and, like, just, you know, like you went behind their back and looked into their phone. That's such a disrespect.
Yeah.
That's basically saying, I don't trust you.
Yeah.
These last 3 years, I've been thinking that you're still fucking your ex. And if, you know, maybe you're right. You know what I mean? But I mean,
what if he went into your phone? What if you're that guy and you were talking to your friend and you just told, I love you so much.
you know, like I
Like,
said before, if
come
you
on.
if you want to look through a phone, you're gonna find something, right?
Right.
Because you don't know how people talk to their friends.
And
I
it's
talk
out
to
of
my
context.
friends.
It's like,
exactly,
come on.
exactly. Like a heart emoji doesn't mean they're cheating, right? It's proof of sloppy boundaries. I'll tell you that, right? I mean, you know, if he's your ex and blah blah blah. But I mean, like, you know, it's don't yell, don't accuse, don't do any of that, because at the end of the day, you're the one who looked through his phone.
Like in the last year, he could have had all of this opportunity to cheat on you, and there would have been all this evidence on the phone. Like, it just, it's such a, I don't know, like, I want to go like big and say it's like a violation, but it kind of feels like a violation. And it like,
It is a violation.
It makes me, like, as the person that owns the phone, lose a little bit of respect for you.
It does. It does. And he might take it that way. You
know what
know,
I mean?
if I were you, I would freaking like man up, right? Put on your big dude panties. Your big dude pantalones,
Yeah.
your big pants, right? And tell him, this happens every year. It makes me feel uncomfortable. Can you please nip it in the bud? Shut that door. And if he can't do it, then that's another conversation to have.
And then I would like make somebody create a conversation with me where it looks like I'm fucking with them, just so that he can get angry and break up with me. So he can break up with me, and then I would be the villain and whatever. But in my mind, I orchestrated it, and out you go. And that's a little. No, that goes on. That's
Right? And that's a little crazy for a 3-year relationship. You see?
So I'd be like,
You see? And
Pryce
this is Alex.
perverted.
He's well adjusted
I am.
and super intelligent.
Oh my god, yeah. To a fault.
So, folks, keep writing and sending your questions over to FayWhat@happeningout.com, because we love to hear from them. And I'd love to find out how that ended for you,
Yeah,
sir.
please.
All right? This is an important conversation for our LGBTQ plus community. Help us tell these important stories by liking and subscribing to The FayWhat Show. Next, I want to get our week started by telling you some things that are really important to me. We call it FayWhat's on my mind. All right, babies, buckle up. The holidays have officially entered the chat. And listen, December is that chaotic cocktail of joy, glitter, and trauma. And Target receipts that we pretend aren't stressing us out, but they are. We've got shopping, we've got cooking, we've got office parties, right? Where Brenda from accounting suddenly thinks she's your fucking best friend, right? Because she had one spiked eggnog and now she wants to know about your whole history in life, right? We got exes popping back up like their holiday decor you forgot to pack away. And let's not forget traveling, because nothing says Merry Christmas like fighting a stranger for an outlet at Gate C12. But for a lot of us in the LGBTQ plus community, the holidays are more complicated. Some of us aren't close to our families. Some of us are flat out shunned. And honey, not everyone has a place to go. And money, don't even get me started. Money is tighter than my Spanx. Okay? Here's what I know. I love a holiday party. I will RSVP yes to anything with lights and bites, right? And I fully expect December to be a mix of magic and madness. And in case anybody forgot, my birthday is also December 19th. So feel free to treat me like the Sagittarius queen that I am and send me a gift. But seriously, if you're watching this and December feels heavy, you're not alone. The chosen family is real. The community is real. And you always have a seat with us anytime. All right. Now pass me a cookie and let's get through this season together, baby. That's what's on my mind. You know, it could be stressing. There's I feel like we're being pulled in a million directions and we don't want to say no to somebody because maybe they were nice to us once in fucking February. And here we are in December and we want to be there for them, you know? And in all that madness, we forget that are many of us in LGBTQ that don't have their family. You know, I don't spend holidays with my family. We're not close in that way to do that.
I mean, work doesn't allow me to be with my family during Thanksgiving, during
the holidays.
Christmas, during
Yeah,
New
you're not
Year's.
allowed to leave.
I'm not allowed to leave. So it is a little lonely. And like this Thanksgiving, I thought I was going to a holiday party, a Thanksgiving party. And then it turns out I called on Wednesday to make sure to bring one. And I was like, oh, it's not happening this year. It's happening next year. And in my mind, I'm like going, is it did I just...
Are they doing it without you?
You know what? Like that paranoia just like totally
Of course it
kicked in.
does. Of course it
You know,
does.
so...
And that's not the case. They just didn't do it this year. But,
I
you
mean,
know, but we overthink these things because we're so sensitive when it comes to things like that. You know, our chosen family, for many of us, it's all we got, you know? So it's like for Thanksgiving, we did a whole Transgiving thing. And I was like, oh my God, this is so important. Like, this is exactly where I want to be for Thanksgiving with these folks, you know? I just, you know, I know for many, this is a very hard time. You know that this is the highest rate of people dying is around Christmas time? I had no idea.
We absolutely.
And I'm not saying like self-inflicted, folks. I'm saying like, you know, it's just such a chaotic time for so many people that some bodies just call it quits during this time, you know? So, I mean, what do you do to...
You know what? When people tell me, it's taken a while, but when people tell me that they genuinely love me, it's like the hardest thing for me to hear. When people tell me that they want me to be around, they don't want anything from me except me. It's still the hardest thing to hear because I don't want to bother anybody.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a day, I'll be by myself or whatever, but no, like you have to say yes when people come to you. It's not they feel sorry. What are you doing for the holidays? Oh, I don't know. Hey, well, why don't you come? No, it's like, come over.
They want you to be a part of their...
Come over. Absolutely come over. And this happens a lot of like, sobriety and like programming, like all of that stuff. You'll never be alone. Like, if you don't want to be alone, you have to fight it though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because we love to isolate.
Because
we love to isolate.
It's so easy to isolate.
So easy.
And you get caught up in it, and you get caught up in your story and your narrative and whatever. And that's not the situation.
Yeah.
It's just not.
It's just not. It's just we want to separate ourselves no matter what. And that's our illness. That is just basically our illness trying to separate us, trying to isolate, trying to tell you, don't go there. They don't want you there. You know, all of that.
And you never know. You'll walk into this room. You don't know who you're going to meet. You don't know what you're going to eat. You don't know what you're going to hear to make you could hear the funniest joke of your life. You could like poop on yourself and like create this whole scam. I don't know where that, like, I seriously don't know where that came from.
But who knows?
You could create this whole experience that will bring you so much joy or laughter or whatever. And these are people, it's not your family. It's not like if you're shunned from your family, you're forced to go. These are people that are kind of like your people that are going to welcome you. You know, I don't know.
No, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And, you know, there are AA rooms in Miami that are 24 hours during the holidays just for that reason, right? Because you don't have to be alone. You're never alone. Yeah. And the beautiful thing about these fellowships.
And shout out to the guy or woman who does the service for that 3 a.m. My gosh, that's like service keeps you sober, man. 3 a.m. for like a 24-hour
Oh
meeting.
my God. Yeah, right? Like,
And
I
there's,
hope
like,
that's
one-
the newest person because me with 11 years, I'll be like, no, bitch,
Yeah.
I'm not doing the 3
Faye,
a.m.
you're in charge of the 2 a.m.
Guess what? I'm not. Who has less time? You're doing the
Oh
3
my God,
a.m.
that's so funny.
Oh, my
gosh.
Lord. Too hysterical. Well, too hysterical. All right, well, that is Faye, what's on my mind? This morning, we've got royalty in the mother effing house. Yes, the one, the only Angie, also known as Auntie. Miami-born, Miami-raised entertainer for over a decade, public superstar by day, community powerhouse by night. And now gearing up for a 2026 world tour. We're going to be talking a lot about that as well. She is talent, she is truth, and she is never afraid to say the quiet part out loud. Please welcome to my bed the beautiful Miss Angie Ovahness Pryce.
Hi.
How are you, goddess? How you doing?
Take it day by day,
Yeah.
Working hard and trying to stay relevant in the
Girl,
biz.
booked and busy. You know what I
Booked and
mean?
busy.
Like, I was talking to somebody else. I can't remember who it was, but it was like, if we're not working, we're out there promoting ourselves to
Right.
work. You
Right.
know what I mean? And like, we don't have that luxury of, a 2-week paid vacation. Like, we got to be like on it.
It's always work. Even when you're traveling for a vacation, it's still work somewhere involved. So
Right?
I'm
Because you
excited.
never know where your next big opportunity will come from. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Or
Like,
you never know who you run into for your next big opportunity to come.
Yes, and that's something that's so true. Like, I remember there was this kid who carried a DJ's records. Yes, I said records, okay? And that kid ended up being like a multi-million dollar DJ in the future. Like, you just never know who is carrying your records one day and might be giving you that next big job the
book
next
of CD
time.
Or the book of CDs.
Or the
as
book
you
of
call it.
CDs. You were talking about how crazy it is. This like the holidays are here.
Yes.
You're in your your festive attire.
Very cozy.
And you and me are like one of the few girls that literally work all of South Florida. Like
Right.
over the weekend, you were
Everywhere.
you-
I was in Fort Myers
Yep.
Friday, Wellington Saturday,
Wellington.
and back at Fort Lauderdale on Sunday.
Oh my God!
I mean, it's a blessing,
Yes.
Girls, I see plenty of girls come and go in the scene over the decade that I have been a part of the scene.
Yeah.
And it's just truly a blessing to still be one of the girls that are still booking, busy, and out there working without a major title behind them, without, without just the entourage that a lot of legends like TP and Erica and Daisy and a lot of other girls that I, take my hat off to still right now today, because without them, those doors would never have been open for me.
That's so sweet. And you don't hear that from queens most of the time. They don't think about who came before them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
They don't know about the Tiffany Ariagas
Tiffany
and the Nikki
Ariagas,
Adams
yes.
and the Electra and Latrice Royale back in the 90s and the Copa. I love those stories.
Yes.
Story time for me in the dressing room with legends. It's like music to my ears.
right? And I love Latrice. Latrice is one of those girls that is like, you remember her from her Fort Lauderdale days. You
Right.
remember her from her Miami days. You know what I mean? When she was on the show and we'd all be like, what the hell? How come you're not talking about us? Because South Florida, wasn't cool to be from back
Right.
then. You know what I mean? And then finally, she let it out that she was from here, etc. And right now, everybody's kind of basking in the glory of Athena Dion being on the next Drag Race,
Shouts out to Athena
Woo, woo, woo.
Dion.
And Juicy,
Juicy
and
and
Mia
Mia
Star.
Star.
We love you guys. We love you, love you, love you. Thank you for
Even-
representing us. You
Even
know?
Lucky Stars in Maya, Iman LePage, in Malaysia, Baby Doll Fox.
Yes.
Those girls was around when I first was starting and up and coming. And it's just amazing to see, them on national TV. So big shouts out to
But
them.
they worked their ass off to
Yes.
make that happen. You know what I
Of
mean?
course.
And I'm not saying that, there are some people who are those stupid influencers, Sugar and Spice or some bullshit that ended up on. And I was like, can you leave now? You know what I mean?
Well, nowadays, social media plays a big part.
100%.
You know, back then when I first was coming around, we didn't really have social media. We was very much word of mouth, or, you know, it was just popular spots that we would perform at. So, you know, social media really took drag and evolved it into another
stratosphere. I mean,
much.
it gave life and jobs and careers. You know what I mean? Like, our girls can buy houses. You know what I mean? Like, this is just like important shit, you know? And you know, and I look at the TPs and the Daisies, and you know, and the fact that they've been doing this thing for 30 years, you know what I mean, and still doing it. And then thinking about Athena, who applied 13 times.
That's a lot.
13 times. I'm saying that out loud because she's thinking about being part of a future pageant, right? And that she's been a part of a couple times. And I'm like, 13 times, right?
It's a lot, you know.
You know, sometimes that dedication is a lot.
Yeah, and even shout out to Nicole Hollowell, because, you know, she was a Lips girl, and now she's her own girl. She's her own boss. She's doing it.
And she's taking local girls with her. You know what I mean? Which I always, you know, which again, if you're gonna rise, make sure you take your friends with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if not, then F you. That's just, it's the truth. I'm sorry, you know?
I mean, well, we are here to be raw and uncut, so I mean,
no,
you know,
but it's the truth, though.
It is the truth.
I mean, come on.
You have those girls that do leave behind girls that, you know, don't have the knowledge or possess the skills that they have coming up in the game. So it's a breath of fresh air to see girls that are thinking of girls back home and that still push, you know, support local drag. And
look, you to me are the total package, okay? Because you could dance, you could lip sync, you can perform, you could style a dope ass wig, you can paint your mug like nobody's business. You know, all these things are a total package, and a lot of the queens don't have all of that. You know what I mean? And then it's like they'll see a queen with a beautiful wig, and they're like, oh, where'd you get that wig? I'm not telling you where I got my wig, because then that makes you a better queen if you get the same wig.
Well, you know,
and just like, when they ask me, I ain't telling them where I got my wig either.
You know, I don't mind. I'm all for the community. You know, it's the one thing to rise to the occasion as an entertainer, but it's even another rising to the occasion as helping somebody that's trying to find their way. And I think back when I first started, I was told that I wouldn't be nothing. I was told that I would never make it as far as I did. You know, I had the luxury of being in different states and different cities and meeting plenty of different girls, and, you know, just being part of different environments. And it's awesome. It's not the same when you're home versus when you're out of town.
Yeah.
You know, you take those risks when you are performing in another girl territory, and, you know, you don't be like, I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to overstep their boundaries. And, you know, I just want to be a good girl and follow the rules every now and then.
Every now and then. Hence, did you catch that though? Because it's not every time. Every now and then, I'm gonna be a good girl. You know.
Every now and then, a good girl.
And you've been performing for over 12 years, and you also working a full time at the same time.
Yes.
For trans women, that visibility really matters.
It does. It really, really does, because, you know, sex work is work.
Yes,
I want to say.
Thank you. Repeat that.
Sex work is work.
Thank you. That's why they call that shit a blowjob, because it's work.
You know, it's hard out here. And, you know, everything that trans women are going through on a day-to-day basis, like, it's scary. It's not a comfortable feeling being in situations when you can't be your authentic self, or you gotta kind of hide what you are, what you like, or just, you know, not living your life how somebody else that portrays heterosexual live there. And, you know, I'm very big on 9 to 5. I've been working since I was 18 years old. I have been a manager. I have been in a lot of different places, in a lot of different situations. And I push that issue of, you know, get out there, get a job. Let them know that we too can be the girls that rise to the occasion for the job. Let them know that, you know, don't step on my toes. I don't step on yours. Don't bother me if I don't bother you. And, you know, just keep it professional. Respect goes a long way. And, you know, I'm not going to say it's all peaches and cream at Publix.
Yeah.
There are times when you run across people that misgender you just because. And it's okay.
It's hurtful.
It's hurtful. It's hurtful, but it's okay, because the bigger part of saying, you know what, excuse me, I'm sorry, that's not my gender. I go by the pronouns of her and she. You know, you can't allow people to disturb your peace when you are comfortable in your own skin. And I feel like a lot of girls have to understand that every day we walk down the streets, or we walk in stores, or we're heading to different areas, we always have to think positive, and we always have to put ourselves first. Our feelings and we do matter. So at the end of the day, you know, I push that issue of, you know, being the only trans girl at the Publix that I work at. And, you know, they treat me with the utmost respect. And I could not ask for nothing else in the world, honestly.
I love that. But you can't, you know, you can't depend on folks, on all kinds of folks being, you know, their best selves. You know what I mean? You're always going to encounter some Karens. You're always going to encounter some male Karens. You're always going to encounter some maggots. You know who you are. You know, with the red hats going to Publix, you know what I mean? Like, you know, and that's your job. So you have to be professional at the same time while thinking, you know.
But they also, one thing I can also understand, my managers understand, if I do get out of character, they know it's because somebody took me there.
It had to be for a reason. You weren't just going to be, you know, come out your face and be that way.
It's not like I'm just this hothead. It's like they took me there. But, you know, by the grace of God, 5 years in public, I never had to lose my cool because somebody misgendered me or somebody just, you know, being disrespectful.
Yeah. So, well, no, and if they did, you know how to carry yourself. You know how to answer in a way that is not, that doesn't come across as, you represent our community. You know what I mean? Like, in the best way. All right. So before we go deep down in some more stuff, let's play a quick game with Miss Angie. All right. We call it Say What with FayWhat. So it's a quick fire, right? I give you two answers and you pick one of them. It's real quick. Like if I say black or white.
Black.
All right. I knew you were going to say that. All right. Here we go. Ready? Go. Miami or Broward?
Miami.
Drag or pageants?
Pageants.
Sequins or rhinestones?
Rhinestone.
Public sub or Cuban sandwich?
Public sub.
Heels or boots?
Boots.
Soft glam or full beat?
Soft glam.
Brunch show or nighttime show?
Brunch.
Beyonce or Rihanna?
Rihanna.
Lip sync or live vocals?
Lip sync.
She had to think about that. Auntie or Banji Angie?
Auntie.
All right, now we know you better. All right, let's talk more about Angie Ovahness Pryce. All right, Pryce, do you use it all the time? I mean, because Pryce is a respected family.
Yes, it is. Funny story. When I first was coming around and I met Asheria, we did not get along.
Bitch, I'm coming for you next.
You know, we didn't get along. You know, I just felt like back then, you know, when you're a new girl on the block and you feeling it and you feel like, you know, you at your best potential and this one girl that's like, you feel like raining on your parade. I felt like that was a feeling. And then, like, as time passed and we started running into each other more and, you know, she started touching up my makeup or she started fixing my hair or she would look me over. And one night at Azuka, back when Sugars was Azuka, Taylor was like, Asher, you should just make her your daughter. And that's how it happened.
Oh, my God! Oh my God! Just like that. Listen, you just never know. You be walking down the street, you end up with a mom. That's just how it goes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And you know, we've been rock solid ever since. You know,
I love that.
We are more than just mother and daughter. We are genuine friends. You know, I have gay kids of my own, and I preach to them personal life over this life. Your personal life comes first, because when we take off the wigs and we take off the makeup and, you know, we lay down in our beds, you know, we come back to our reality self, because this is an escape for us to lash out and let out all those things that we have bundled up inside on a day-to-day basis. And I make sure my kids are working. I make sure my kids are, you know, just mentally, and not even just my kids, just friends in general, you know. I'm the type of a person that'll just text you randomly and be like, how are you feeling today?
Aww.
Is everything okay? Because
that.
I know mentally sometimes it can be tough.
We
go through things in life, and, you know, I know. And people were like, how you are able to walk like as if nothing is wrong, or you're not going through anything. And I'm just like, you know, God makes no mistakes. And I'm a firm believer, and I go by that and I walk by that, because, you know, as low as things can get at times, it's always that light that brings me back to reality and pulls me back out of that going far-fetched left. And, you know, I'm just...
You're you.
Day by day.
Day by day. Let's talk about this tour that you're talking about. All right. You said that it was time for the world to see Angie Ovahness. You know, and I know that you also, you always do guest parts in a lot of different places around the country. But what cities do you want to conquer now? Are they some cities that you've already been to?
There are some cities that I have been to. I remember first starting out, Texas was one of those cities. I am working on Texas for next year.
Texas is not easy. As a state, it's very similar, and they've got a governor that's very similar to ours here in Florida. And I mean,
it's hard.
Not an easy state to go to.
It's not, but you know.
Does that push you more to want to make it one of the cities you want to go to?
It definitely pushes me more for one of those cities that I want to go to. I'm currently confirming Puerto Rico. I'm excited about that. That'll be my first time ever performing in Puerto Rico. So
they'll love you.
And, you know, just many other little places. Atlanta, South Carolina, North Carolina, New York, and, you know, just so on and so forth. Just, you know, just traveling.
Yeah. No, I love that. I love that. All right. So, Auntie, you've been a real open voice about pageantry, real loud voice about pageantry. After a few pageants, I've seen posts from you really laying it on the line. Maybe not agreeing with the outcome, mentioning judges, no sugarcoating. I have been a judge at some of these pageants, and I've been like, oh shit, she talking about me? You know, you know, from my seat, I have never seen cheating or anybody acting like they have favorites from my seat, okay? But my seat is just my seat, you know what I mean? You've said that this industry can be super shady, which I don't think there's anybody watching that disagrees with you, you know? But most of the people watching haven't lived it. You've lived it. You know what I mean? So let's talk honestly, like, where are the issues? Where are the issues with pageantry right now?
I want to say the issue with pageantry is politics. I feel like there are a lot of girls that came before me and other girls in pageantry that has made a amazing name for themselves, that has competed and won over 20 and 30 plus titles. And, you know, I like to say every day is not a good day for girls. You know, it's times when a newcomer girl can come around and, you know, get the best of you.
And kill it. Yeah. And have a good day.
And I'm all about honesty. I feel like pageantry is dying and there is no excitement, but not even just in pageantry, in being an entertainer outside of pageantry. I just feel like the scene is killing itself. And my pet peeve is when people are like, oh, you know, we got to stick together and we have to stand together, but your mouth is saying this, but your actions is doing something totally different. And with pageants, there are people that be on the panel that are giving good girlfriend points or, you know, not going so hard on their girlfriend how they would go opposed to me, a stranger. And it's a lot of that goes on. And, you know, it's the number games. I love numbers. I love math. So, you know, numbers.
Angie's secretly a nerd, okay? She's one of those sexy nerds that you've heard about.
I love math, and I know mathematically things don't always add up. And, you know, being a contestant, being a competitor, looking at people in the back and looking yourself over, you see the flaws before it hits the stage.
Yeah.
Not just from yourself, but from others. And then, you know, like at the end of the night, when you're counting and you're adding and you're subtracting and dividing, you're like,
it don't math to you.
It don't always math. And it been like that for a long time. You know, I tell people when you compete in pageants, you have to have tough skin. Because one, you're not going to always hear what you want to hear.
Yeah.
And you're not going to always be, you know, just untouchable, as in you walk across the stage and everything is at 100%.
Perfection.
And as much as we, you know, amp ourselves up before each category to go out there, you know, do our best, whether we're grabbing a microphone talking, even when it comes down to talent, even when it comes down to modeling, and just what you choose to put on the stage, you know, it's kind of a mental thing. And it's
a mind fuck. Say it. It's okay.
Yeah, it is a mind fuck. And, you know, already mind fucking yourself to get to the end of the night, and then you're looking at your sheets and it be so far as a bitch can't get you for anything, and they just write something stupid on your score sheet and take points off just because. And I'm a firm believer in the saying, you reap what you sow. And a lot of girls will sit on the panel and
like other pageant girls.
Yeah, like
other
pageant
queens.
girls. Even people that has been around pageantry, has been to pageants, and, you know, kind of get the idea of what to look for and how to judge, and, you know, just overall how to look over a queen when she's out there on the stage, or a king. And, you know, sometimes they pencil whoop you for no reason.
Yeah.
And, you know, it takes a lot of courage to get out there on that stage.
It takes courage. It takes money. Like, to put a package like this together. I'll tell you, for me, Angie, like, if I am one of the judges, and if I know one of the girls, you know, that are competing, I'm like, I am not going to think about when you hosted this shit here, when you won that pageant, when you performed at this thing yesterday, okay? It's all about today. And if you're giving, but in the same aspect, if you're giving me the same shit that you would give me when you do host this thing over here today, I expect more.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I can only speak for me. You know what I mean?
And that's fine to expect more, because this is something totally different. This is not a show. This is a pageant.
Yeah.
So it's very ask of us as contestants to put our best foot forward. But you can't always expect somebody to spend their money, their hard-earned money.
A lot of money. You can't just get a dress off the rack and wear it for a pageant, okay?
Some
like,
people do now. Some people do. But it's not a bad thing, though. It's not.
No. If it's beautiful and if you can pull it off, again, if you're wearing the garment and the garment isn't wearing you, then fuck me. Okay, then you did it. You know what I mean? But
there are times, you know, when you want to lash out because you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You're not going to, it's like, in a sense, you're sitting in the back after all that transpired, and you read your score sheets, and you're just like, huh? I did Miss Boardwalk pageant Monday that just passed. I was not successful. I got left standing. And one of the judges wrote on my scores in presentation that it still bothers me right now.
Of course it does.
Is I don't care for it, but to each its own.
That was what they put?
That's what they put.
Okay.
And it bothers me because...
What? I don't even understand. Like, that's not any commentary to what you were saying. That's their own personal opinion on what... I don't get that.
And that's what I'm getting to. what bothers me is people judge on their opinions when that's not what it's called for.
No, that's not the job of a judge. It isn't.
When a pageant owner is giving you a handbook, and each category in that handbook specifies what they are looking for, what to expect, how to maneuver yourself in that category, and then you get to a pageant and the judges are not aware of what you trained yourself on to get ready to do when you walk across the stage for each category, that sucks.
Yeah.
Because you did all that hard work behind the scenes to get out there for a judge, one, not to understand, or two, just don't have a clue of why you're saying certain things, or why you're wearing certain things, or why you chose what you chose to present in front of the judges that night. What bothers me is it's a lot of judges that I honestly feel like that shouldn't judge. Because when you say stuff like that on somebody's score sheet, then I go back and I look at your rep, as far as what have
you done?
What impact you had made in pageantry? And then when you realize that it's nothing, you won backyard pageants, because you have backyard pageants, and then you have national pageants. And backyard pageants are currently judged by, our girlfriends, our loved ones, our sisters, our aunties, our grandmas, and our mothers, and et cetera, et cetera. That don't count.
Yeah.
That doesn't count at all, because at the end of the day, these are the people that know you, so they're going to take it easy on you. Yeah. They're not going to sit up there and crucify you as they should, because that only makes you better, not as an entertainer, but as a person in life, period. And for you to write that on my score sheet, yeah, that bothers me, because you don't even have a pageant career. You went and did a national pageant and you came in dead last. So how dare you sit there and antagonize my hard work, my hard-earned money that I invested to my package, because everything I had on came out of my closet.
Yeah.
You came in last and you was wearing other people's things. And that bothers me. And when I first came out, I used to be a hothead, and I used to snap, and I used to,
You're still a hothead.
I
Angie.
really.
Okay, I was the judge for the Ms. Out South Florida pageant, right? And hello, Out South Florida, we adore you. And
shout out, South
shout out, all right. After that, that's when you really were like put the post out there, like, come on, this is, you know what I mean? Like, we got to do better,
Yeah,
and it wasn't just a bashing; it was more like community. We got to do better. We got to do more. We got to.
You can't expect for me to spend $6,000 to $7,000 for me to get there, and judges play in your face. That's not fair to me.
Yeah.
How is that fair to me? And then my pet peeve is, after the pageant is over, they wait a couple of days, and then they reach out. They're like, well, how are you feeling? You know how I'm feeling. You can tell by my face expression how I was feeling the night of. And that didn't change. And, it just sucks, because
they give you the papers the same night.
Some give you the paper
they need to. Night. They should. They should. They should do it the same night. That way there's no thought of you change the papers or you change the numbers or anything like that. You know what I mean? I know that when they're doing Miss Florida, Scott is like counting. It was like, nope, I want them to have all their papers right now so they know what happened.
Well, they don't at Miss Florida, they don't give you back your score sheets. They email them to you, but you can
look at them at the end of the night. And you can take a picture of all of them, and take them with you that night and then look them over. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, shady. Like, if you are waiting 3 days to send it to me, I'm going to go with AI. You can change all this shit. You know what I mean? Like,
You can make it make sense in 3 days.
You can make it make sense.
Because sometimes at the end of the night, it never makes sense. And, it just sucks, because how you expect somebody to go work hard and put together a package for you to not only pistol whip them, but disrespect their creativity, disrespect them as an entertainer, disrespect them as a whole. It's one thing to, pull me to the side after the pageant and be like, I feel like this could have been better. And my points came from X, Y, and Z if you didn't write it on the paper. It's ways how you go about things. We all adults at the end of the day. You have to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Mm-hmm. If you walk across that stage and at the end of the night you get your score sheets back and you know your flaws and you looked around and you see everybody else's flaws and you're like,
what the hell?
Well, damn.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
Yeah.
And you get to questioning and you get to feeling some type of way. And I just want people to put themselves in that person's shoes. When the people are walking across the stage, respect them.
Yeah.
Don't sit up there and tear them down because you have some type of power at this current moment. Because you never know when the shoe is on the other foot.
100%. You never know when the shoe's going to be
when the shoe is on the other foot, and then you at the end of the night like, oh my God, well, what did I go wrong? Well, it started back 2 weeks ago when you said at this pageant.
Exactly.
And you did what they did to you.
Yeah.
Because you reap what you sow.
I said, we're so jealous of each other, Angie. Like, you know what I mean?
Jealousy? I love, the thing is,
you love who you love, okay?
But see, this is the thing. I love everybody. I'm the type of person, you can tell me about somebody, you can tell me that they're just horrible. And I would look past that and still give them a chance.
Benefit of the doubt. Yeah.
You have to do something personally to me for me to feel a way towards you. And I have always been like that. Even before becoming an entertainer, just in life general, I have always been like that. And, it's sad to say a lot of people in the industry, I just look at them and I just shake my head because sometimes it doesn't require you to go back and forth and attack people or, just call people out and stuff because it just be too far gone at that point. And a lot of people that are around that say they want to help or they want to influence or they want to be a helping hand or they want to give advice or they want to do this. Some of them don't mean well, but that's for people to find out on their own. And I tell people all the time, I've been around for 12 years. In 12 years, the only thing that has changed is my attitude. I have came from going to 10 to actually, taking a deep breath and just moving forward.
She's doing meditation these days, She's doing a lot of kumbaya, which has her very centered now.
A lot of zenning.
A lot of zenning. She's doing a lot of zenning. But I mean, listen, like, no joke, jokes aside, right? I love that Angie's very open about how she feels. If she felt that something was unjust, she was going to put it out there, because she didn't want to carry that around, right?
Not even just for me, though. I want people to understand, if I speak on something, it's not just for me. It's for somebody that's coming after me, or it's in another situation that's like that situation that's coming up. I don't just go hard for me. I go hard for everybody because I feel like everybody should be treated the same. I wouldn't care if Asheria was on the judging panel. when you on the judging panel and it's the lights, camera, action, you are not my mother. You are judge number 2.
Exactly.
And I'm contestant number 3. Wow. That's how I want it to be. I don't want the good girlfriend points. I don't want.
You always talk about unity. That right there is part of unifying our community.
I want somebody to know that me and you compete together, and my mother, my sister, my auntie, my cousin, my great aunt on the panel. I want you to know that there's none of that when we start this pageant. I'm just like you, and I'm an individual, and I'm a contestant just like you. And even if a person would be like, I'm the type of person, you crown me and I know I didn't win no pageant, I'm like, baby, I can't do this. This is not me.
Wow.
This is not right. I know for a fact I didn't win no pageant. And I'm okay with saying that. It's not about being a sore loser. It's about applying your wrongs and becoming a better person. And that's just who I am.
I love that. Well, Angie, thank you so much for being on the FayWhat show this morning. You're super sweet for doing that and for being you.
Thank you for having me.
Happy holidays. Make sure that you follow Angie on Facebook at Angie Ovahness Pryce and also at Queen of Headstand on Instagram as well. That way you'll follow her and see where she ends up showing up. She might be in your city in 2026, right?
I hope so.
I love that. Well, Miss Angie, you know what time it is. Please look into that camera and give them your best. FayWhat?
FayWhat?
Yeah, there it is. Angie Ovahness Pryce, thank you so much for being on my show. I adore you, Chickie.
Thank you.
Qué linda. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
We'll be right back. So that's it. That's the FayWhat show. I hope that you had fun. Thank you so much to Angie Ovahness Pryce for a lovely chat and Mr. Alex Tikas for being in bed with me.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, baby. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
You know that I love you.
I love you. Happy New Year if I don't see you. Hopefully I'll see you.
I'll call you.
Okay. But Happy New Year.
Happy all of that.
All of it.
All of it.
You deserve
All of it. You deserve it.
3 years. 3 years in the FayWhat show. Is that
I
right?
love that, yeah.
I think so.
You've been stuck with me for 3 years.
I'll take it.
Isn't that awesome?
My favorite, MFL, my favorite lesbian.
My favorite lesbian. And he keeps coming back. I would have never thought that. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, no. Like, but yeah, he still does it. I love it. I know that your Eagle holiday party is tomorrow. So does that mean Eagle's not, Eagles?
Well, it's Tuesday. What's tomorrow?
Today. Sorry, today's Tuesday.
Yeah. So Eagle Party. Yeah, we'll be open because
okay.
it's at 6:30 or 7.
And so are you there? You at Eagle for the rest of the week?
I'll be here.
Christmas and Christmas Day?
Oh my God, I'll be there for Christmas Eve
Okay.
night, Christmas night as well because we open late at night, and I believe I'm dancing Go-Go Bear dancing on the 26th. So I'm all Eagle
that.
all day. I have drunk the Kool-Aid.
I love that. Anyway, so get your singles and get your harness and head on over to the Eagle and celebrate whatever holiday, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Christmas, whatever it is you're celebrating, they're there to take your money.
That's it, basically.
I mean, hello, you're dancing, so, you know. Anyway, so thank you for joining me. I love you.
Bring
I love you so much. Bring your harness down, all right? Well, folks, I'm really passionate about trying to connect the L and the G in our LGBTQ plus community. Sometimes it's hard for us girls, but if we believe we are one strong community, then we must support all the letters of our LGBT and Q plus. We open every show with a nod to Mary Tyler Moore and That Girl's Marlo Thomas. This show is dedicated to a strong LGBTQ plus community. I just encourage you to be a little bit kinder, a little bit funnier, and to embrace our tremendous diversity because it really is what makes us so damn strong. Until then, make sure you follow me on all social media outlets, Facebook, IG, Blue Sky, TikTok, YouTube. Follow FayWhat. Until next Tuesday at 9 a.m. live or anytime on demand. I'm FayWhat, and I'm #ThatGirl. I wish you a week full of sunshine and rainbows. Please consider fostering or adopting a pet in need. Love you. Stay gay.
Rainbows, gay boys, #ThatGirl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word. Is that girl the girl of all our dreams? She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, #ThatGirl. Pride-filled, tea dance, Wilton. Is that girl Latina, but she's universal too?